welcome. I'm Peggy. Thank you for letting us share a part of your day. And we're going to have a good time. I have a chance to learn something about square dancing. I've never tried to square dance, but I've looked at people and thought it looks like a lot of fun. And today we have some real experts here. And I'm just delighted to introduce Donnie Devore. And he is a caller.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And next to him is Sharon Sullivan. And next to her is Marshall Gaddy. And you're the president. And this is the Legionnaire's Club.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so you're all representing the Legionnaire's Club.
Right.
And you're talking about square dancing.
Yes, ma'am. Our club meets on the first and third Friday night of every month from 7:30 to 9:30 at Landmark Hall in Taylors, South Carolina.
Okay, it's right in Taylors. Okay,
Yes,
and do you have dancing lessons, or do people already have to know how to square dance when they come in there?
Well, we're going to have an open house for the Legionnaire Square Dance Club on October the 4th.
All right.
And that'll be a Thursday evening from 6:30 to 8:30, and we will have food there, and we encourage anyone that's interested in square dancing to come check us out and see what we do.
And you don't have to be, in other words, you can come as a novice. You don't have to already know how to be a good square dancer.
Yes, ma'am, that's correct. When you come October the 4th, and you'll see what we do, and Donnie, our caller, will show and tell everyone about square dancing and what we do, and then we'll start lessons on the following Thursday night on October the 11th, and the lessons will be from 7 o'clock to 9 o'clock every Thursday night.
And anybody can participate. In other words, you could be a grandparent, or you could be a teenager.
Anyone, we welcome everyone.
So anybody who wants to learn how to square dance, that's the way to do it, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. I've watched people, and it always looks like so much fun. But I would think I'd be afraid I'd go, when he calls, I'd go the wrong way or something.
Yeah. Well, that's what lessons are about. Donnie gives a good job on lessons.
Is this something typically American, square dancing?
Yes. I think it started in Europe with the folk dances and came over with the people who immigrated and developed into what we now have as modern square dancing.
So it's really a part of our heritage.
Yes, very much so.
And
19 states have that as their official state dance.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Now, what about us here?
Unfortunately. We do?
We do.
Okay.
Okay. So now, is this October the 4th is an open house, and it's free, and you can watch people dance.
Yes, we'll have a demonstration there.
And so you could maybe see, well, maybe that's something I'd like to do.
Mm-hmm. That's correct. Yeah. And what we talk about in square dancing is good for you mentally and physically. Mentally, it keeps your mind sharp because you have to listen to the callers, and everybody does the same thing to be in sequence. And physically, you're always moving around, so it's good mentally and physically.
Now, you welcome people of all ages?
Yes, as long as they can walk and as long as they can listen and follow directions, because Donnie has us follow directions. But square dancing is a big family. Wherever you go in the world, it's one big family.
What do you mean by that?
I met, for instance, I met a couple at the Myrtle Beach convention down there. It was a state convention, and they were just really nice. He helped me dance and everything. And during the recent hurricane in Florence, I called them up and I said, "Where are you staying?" Because I knew Myrtle Beach was going to be underwater. And so they stayed with me for a week until, you know, they were able to go home.
What a nice thing.
But one of the reasons to have the open house is to have people meet us, and so that they know that they're part of a family. If somebody has a surgery or something happens, we have a list of prayer chain that we can, you know, call. So we have a lot of people who are interested in your health, your care, everything. And you don't have to dance. So if you're having a problem, you can come and just sit and talk to people. It's a very social event.
So it's an outlet for people,
Yes.
even if they can't dance.
Yes.
But if you've never been a dancer, you could come and still learn. It would be okay.
Yes. It's not hard. It's very easy. I make mistakes all the time, as Donnie can tell you. But we laugh through it. You know, you just move on. And it's fun. We all dance because it's fun. Wherever we dance, not just in our club, but every club, all throughout the world.
Now, do you have to be a couple to come, or can somebody, if somebody's watching out there and they could come as a single person?
I'm a single person.
Okay.
And so I dance with whoever's available at the time or whoever asks me, or I will ask them. And a lot of different clubs. So I go to different clubs all around the upstate, and I dance pretty much 3 to 4 days a week.
And of course, it's good exercise.
It is very good exercise.
So you can say, turn off the television and get out there and dance.
Oh, you can always record things.
We encourage to have a partner. It's better. If you don't have a partner, a lot of times you will find yourself sitting.
Yes.
Because if we have too many single people, then they don't have anyone to dance with. So, I mean, a partner is encouraged, whether it's your spouse or a boyfriend or girlfriend. But square dancing is designed for ages, I would say, from 9 to 90.
From 9 to 90, okay.
Yes, it's family oriented. There's no alcohol involved. We do not tolerate any drinking in our square dancing.
Okay.
And square dancing worldwide is taught in English only.
That's
Even
interesting.
Even in Germany or Japan, it's all in English.
And you mean to tell me that there are groups square dancing in Japan?
Sure,
Yes.
worldwide. And what we teach is taught the same way overseas, internationally. Color Lab was introduced in 1973. And a little history on our square dancing. Prior to that, it was called the traditional square dancing. And that was a breakdown of the real dancing and the contra, and we ended up with what we call traditional square dancing. And Sharon can give you a little history prior to the 50s of how that got organized. But prior to 1973, if you were square dancing in a club here in Greenville and you went over to a club, say in Charlotte, North Carolina, the callers that were teaching here were teaching a little different than the callers that were in North Carolina. So if you were visiting that club, you would be lost because you didn't learn that particular call. So Color Lab was introduced and began in 1973, and when they set the guidelines down, everything from 1973 today is taught worldwide by uniformity. In other words, what I teach here, you can go anywhere in the world and dance. Our guidelines are set down by Color Lab. And that pretty well made everything easy. So what you learn here, you can go anywhere and dance comfortably.
And if you love to square dance, there's no, you can be a very young person, or you can be retired and
Sure.
still.
Age has no factor. My old saying is, if you can hear, walk, and know your right from your left, I'll teach you how to square dance.
That's beautiful.
And that's pretty well, it's just a good family fun
Now,
activity.
I went to the national convention this year in Kansas City, Missouri, and met people who were from Austria, Australia, people
Oh, my
from Japan,
goodness.
and they all could dance very well, all in English.
Oh, this is exciting. It really is that there's something that people, you welcome people. If somebody out there is sitting there and thinking, I'd like to learn how to square dance, they'd be welcome.
Oh, very much so. It's very easy to learn.
And you don't have to pay a fee to join or anything? I mean, I know you have to pay for the lessons, I guess. But is it like a club that you have to pay to join?
We have both. You can come to each club will charge for each dance, and it's usually about $5 to maybe $8 a dance. I am a member of 2 clubs, or I can, like, I'm a Legionnaire, and there is a fee to be a Legionnaire, which means I don't have to pay for every dance. I just am a Legionnaire.
You mean every time you go for a meeting?
Yes.
Dance, not just one dance.
No, the whole quarter.
So like if you paid $8, it would be for the whole evening?
Yes.
Okay.
That includes food, dancing. They often have line dancing, round dancing. Sometimes they have a live band. It's all kinds of fun that you can have with enjoyable people. It's one big family, and we all have a good time.
I think that's lovely, and it, it gets people out and moving.
Oh, yes.
We've become a society where we all sit too much, I think. Right?
Oh, yes, yes.
So when, let's see, October the 4th is your open house. Now tell me about that.
What we'll do on October the 4th, and that's from 6:30 to 8:30 in the evening, we will welcome people. We'll get to know people who come to our open house, and then we will tell all about square dancing. We'll answer questions that anybody has about square dancing, and Donnie will do a lot of talking about what square dancing is and how to learn to square dance. And then we'll have some square dance demonstrations that night. So all your questions will be answered if you're able to come to that open house on October the 4th.
And that's October the 4th at the Landmark Hall in Taylor's. And anyone is welcome. And they don't have to pay to come to this.
No,
and they can watch people dance and see if something they might want to get interested in. It's a chance to see about it.
Right.
And you're welcome, single people or couples, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to go to a quick break and we'll be right back, so don't go away.